What is your max strict curl? Well, this is a good question.
All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today, so let's get straight into it here. The first story, Brian Shaw, your four-time World's Strongest Man, going into the World's Strongest Man this year, looking for that 5th title. Brian Shaw posted a video on his YouTube channel today that I was pretty excited to see, and you guys know why. The title of that video was My Max Strict Curl. It was a Q&A video, and at about 7 minutes into the video, Brian starts to talk about the strict curl. So let me just roll that clip for you guys right here.
What is your max strict curl? Well, this is a good question. I know this has been kind of, getting around the internet, with the strict curl challenge and all of that. In the past, I have messed around with some pretty big weights for curls. I wouldn't call them strict, but I have used like 315 pounds for 4 sets. Of course, using a little bit of body English, of course, to get that up. And then, like 150-pound dumbbells. I've used those for curls before. So I feel like I could do a pretty decent way with a strict curl, but because I'm in training for World's Strongest Man, it's not something that I can do right at this moment. But thank you for asking the question, and maybe that's something we will have to touch on sometime after World's Strongest Man when I have a good opportunity. So
in that video, Brian kind of talks about how heavy he's trained in the past, using 315 for reps on cheat curls. And he basically goes on to say something interesting, and this is why I wanted to include that in this video, is because he says he can't really do anything about it right now or attempt a strict curl because obviously he doesn't want to risk getting injured going into this year's World's Strongest Man, because this year is really a prime opportunity for Brian to win, especially with the absence of Martins Licis, who is the returning champion, and of course Half-Lord Bjornsson is not doing it. So that gives Brian much better odds of winning that 5th title he's been after. So he obviously doesn't want to tear a bicep or anything crazy doing a strict curl, but he does say that after the World's Strongest Man, this might be something he wants to pursue. Now, that would be interesting. Brian Shaw, he's 400 pounds. He was at one point the strongest man on the planet. I think Brian could crush a 250-plus pound strict curl. The current record is 249. But just off of sheer size alone, that's like at least 100 pounds heavier. His weight is at least 100 pounds heavier than the world record holder, and he's World's Strongest Man 4 times. I'm telling you guys, I've got this feeling in my gut that before the year is over, there's going to be like some gigantic strict curl meet. You're going to see some huge names in it, and there's going to be a strict curl world record attempt before the year is over. And you're going to see people, maybe Brian Shaw, but names like Brian Shaw, Larry Wheels, some of these bigger name guys trying to break this record before the year is over. I think it's going to happen. So what do you guys think? Do you think Brian could break the strict curl world record? How much do you think he could strict curl? I mean, he is a 4-time World's Strongest Man winner. So like this video and comment in the comment section below if you want to see Brian attempt the strict curl after the World's Strongest Man competition. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just have this feeling that Brian Shaw, his first strict curl attempt ever, is going to be like the world record. I mean, 250 pounds would break the record of 249, and that weight just seems like nothing when you're looking at Brian Shaw. Now, let's add some further fuel to the strict curl fire. Samson Fletcher, who obviously is the son of C.T. Fletcher. C.T. Fletcher, for the record, is the original record holder of the strict curl. He also has his own strict curl only competition out there in Venice Beach. Well, his son Samson attempted 2 plates on each side for a cheat curl, which is like 200, 205 pounds, something like that, for a cheat curl, and he almost got it for a double. So maybe the genetics of C.T. Fletcher could live on, and maybe we'll see Samson at this strict curl meet. I'm telling you guys, the interest is there. The people that I'm seeing doing this, I think there's going to be something before the end of the year that's going to be, it's going to be fun to watch. There's going to be some kind of strict curl meet. I just have this feeling. Now, next up in the news, let's keep the strict curl ball rolling again. Terron Beckham, we talked about him a couple videos ago. He did a 165 cheat curl. This time, he did a strict curl up against the wall. Like everybody was commenting on the last video that he needed to be up against the wall. This time, 195 up against the wall, which is pretty impressive considering the fact that his cheek curl was less than his strict curl by 30 pounds, which, by the way, is pretty close to Larry Wheels' best strict curl ever, even though it looked like his butt came off the wall. Basically, the official rules for strict curl, for anybody that's unclear, your head doesn't have to be touching the wall. Your shoulders and your butt in most divisions and most organizations at most competitions, just your shoulders and your butt touching the wall at all times. Other than that, pretty much just curl the weight. I don't know, man. I'm just very happy right now. Today, mi amigos, it's a good day for the strict curl movement. Now, next up in the news, let's get to some drama here, some men's physique drama. I don't think I cover men's physique enough, so I want to cover it in this one. So Jeremy Buendia getting into some drama with Lucky Libra 213, a.k.a. Andre Ferguson. So there was an interesting back and forth between them on their Instagram stories where they were basically just cussing each other out. But the root of all this drama was this comment that Jeremy left on Andre's page. He says, I haven't competed in 2 years, and these dudes still got to talk shit to make themselves feel better. Then he also says, being second place to his bestie must be getting under his skin, obviously referring to Andre Ferguson there. And they had a lot of back and forth on their stories. Like I said, they're basically just cussing each other out. And I had a lot of you guys sending this to me, like asking my opinion, asking my thoughts. I think everybody just needs to calm down. Jeremy Buendia is not even competing this year. It's not that serious. Everyone just needs to relax, kick back, crack a cold one with the boys, and not take Instagram so seriously. All right, so next up in the news, let's talk physique update. So Brandon Curry, he is just on a roll here, man. Brandon Curry posted another physique update today, a side chest showing his legs again. His caption is, he opened up my upper body and it was pure hell. Next session is legs. Hey, I think even my calves are growing a little. So I've got to give credit where credit is due. Brandon Curry is being a terrific Mr. Olympia representative, constantly posting these updates, giving his fans the access that they want. And I got to give Phil credit, too. Phil posted that physique update yesterday or the day before, and he also posted another physique update today. Granted, it was an animated one with the caption, standing swole in Springfield, shout out to Turn Me Yellow. I guess that's a Simpsons reference for this awesome artwork. But on a serious note, to be honest, I have a feeling we might not see a whole lot of physique updates from Phil Heath because there was that caption on his previous post, which was written by his girlfriend, where it was talking about how it's time to really go to work. This is going to be a full-on Dorian Yates mode prep vibe. No witnesses, full dark mode. So that sounds to me like we're not going to see a whole lot of Phil Heath during this prep for the Olympia. Again, that's according to his girlfriend, not necessarily according to Phil. But I guess only time will tell. But I do want to include every physique update that Brandon posts because Brandon is the current and defending Mr. Olympia, and I think he's going out of his way to really give the fans what they want. And I think that should be appreciated and respected that he is taking the time to really do that. I mean, I'm sure while Brandon gets a lot of positivity when he does this, he gets a lot of negativity as well. And I'm sure that's the reason why someone like Phil doesn't post as often physique updates, because when you're prepping for a show like this, you don't want that kind of negative energy. You don't want those distractions. You don't want to put your mind in that place. So even though Brandon is, I'm sure he's getting overwhelmingly positive feedback, I know there's still going to be trolls and haters and negative comments in there. So it is respectable that he's still doing it and not letting that sidetrack his mindset for his Olympia prep. Now, the final story that I have for you guys today is Larry Wheels with a new dumbbell press record, 484 pounds, 220 kilograms times 3. Now, I'm assuming realistically and logically that is total weight, not per side, because 484 pounds per side would be ridiculous. So Larry kind of leaves us to do the math on that one. So that would be 242 pounds per side, if I'm not mistaken, 110 kgs per dumbbell. Absolutely insane feat of strength from Larry Wheels, so shout out to Larry. And that, my friends, is going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, in fact, enjoy it. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed already. We're on the road to 1 million, and we're getting there fast. As always, I love you guys and appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.